Tune in, turn up, it's time to go. Deep talks and a crazy show. It's Toon Along, yeah, you know the name. Big ideas, fun and games. Hit that play, don't miss a beat. This is the podcast where we all meet.
Pow, pow. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Toon Along. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be watching, you know what? Let me just start with saying this. Saturday night, right now we're Sunday morning. It was Saturday night, we're going into Sunday. We're going to be watching an episode of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the TV series, or the animated series, whatever they call it. I think the official name is just Ace Ventura, Pet Detective TV series. We're going to be watching just a random episode. I picked Season 3, Episode 7, Shell Shock. I don't know why. It just reminded me of Ninja Turtles for some reason, obviously. So let's go ahead and start the episode. Get it ready. The version I have, whatever I have here, guys, we're going to be starting right from the beginning. There's not going to be an intro. I don't have an intro in mind. I'm just getting ready here. We're going to start here. I'll tell you what's going on. You guys can kind of adjust, all right? If you guys want to watch along. If not, it's totally fine. Just sit back and enjoy. We're going to talk some Ace Ventura. So here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, play. So right now it says Shell Shock. We've got the little intro written by Butch Hartman. There's a lineup outside. And we're off. So, Saturday night, guys. I went downstairs, went in the cave, and just sat down. I said, what am I going to watch? And first thing I asked myself was, what day are we? What day of the week is it? I've been losing track. I haven't been, with all that's been going on in the world lately. It's been kind of a little bit different with in terms of time telling, if you will. So, but anyways, it was Saturday. So it's Saturday night, and I just went through my list, wanted to see what to watch, and the first one, honestly, one of the first ones that came up, Ace Ventura, alphabetically, and yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's just watch this episode. Let's talk some Ace Ventura. If you guys remember Ace Ventura, I think, I want to say it started off as a movie, right? I want to say the creator or the idea. I'm just speculating. Honestly, I could be totally wrong. But let's just guess. It's always fun to guess, right? No, let's look it up. I've got the Ace Ventura TV series open here, but look, the movie came out first. We know that's for sure. The movie came out, great success, and then, a few years later, maybe like 2, 3? The first one came out in 94. I want to say 94, 95, right? The Miami Dolphins one. Just Pet Detective. When Nature Calls is the second one. Yeah, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, 1994. That's right. So this show's still coming out back in, I want to say, what was it? So they say here, okay, so from 95 to 97, seasons 1 and 2. And then Odyssey Entertainment picked it up in 1999 and 2000 for season 3. So season 3 is going to be a little different than 1 and 2. Okay, I found that was a little different. Okay, because if you look here, the original network is CBS from 95 to 97, and then Nickelodeon from 99 to 2000. Now I'm just trying to go back and try and think which one I saw, because I do remember playing on Saturdays. I remember playing it in the middle of the day. Not really. Well, not so. I mean, I could be wrong. It might have been a Saturday morning cartoon show. I think it played on either. Like, listen, in Canada, it might have played, like you said, on CBS in the morning, Saturday morning. But I remember just going to hockey practice and just hanging out with my friends after, going to his house, and turns on the TV, and there it is. It's on. He's like, dude, I love the show. I'm like, yeah, I've seen the show. You actually love the show? I mean, I remember seeing it on and off. Flipping the channel on Saturday mornings when I'm not sure what to watch, and then I find this. I do tune in. I do watch Ace Ventura. I do love the movies. Are some of my favorite movies. If I had to make a top 10 favorite movie to bring on an island, I would have to say Ace Ventura would be one of them. Would be on there. I think When Nature Calls. That's my favorite one. It's just that's the first one I actually saw. I don't know if it's like that for most people. Well, I wouldn't say most people, but I want to say people my age, people that grew up, 94, I was 4 years old. So you're looking at 95, 96. The next one comes out 5, 6. So I don't get the jokes, right? But the first time I saw this, I was probably in grade 2, grade 3. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I saw before, but I just saw the rhino scene, and that cracked me up. It'll crack any kid up, right? When you see that. come to think about it. But yeah, I remember watching the movies and just falling in love with it. Here's the thing, I watched When Nature Calls, and I only thought there was one movie. And then I want to say 4 or 5 years later, Pet Detective comes into my viewing. I see it, I think, at school, or I think I saw it on TV. I don't remember what it was. But I remember seeing it and going, oh, they came out with another one. And I didn't put one and one together. But now, years later, you look back at the time frame of Ace Ventura and 1994. So you're looking here, they had a budget of $15 million to make that movie, and they made $107 million. I mean, $107 million back then is a lot of money. Today, $100 million, I mean, people just throw that around just to try and get things done. But think about that budget of $15 million. If they were paying, just think about Jim Carrey. If he was getting paid, let's say, $5 million or even $3 to $5 million, what do you think he was getting paid? You think he was like $5 million, like a third? Could be, eh? Yeah, could be. But just think about that, $15 million. I mean, if you're somebody today and just wants to, and you got a little bit of money to spend, like $15 million, even if you got $2 million, right? You can get a lot done. Because back then, think about it, the amount of effects they would have needed, the amount of things you can get away with today for so cheap. You can find somebody on Fiverr that'll just, make your movie, and you pay $320 and you have a movie. So, come to think of it, probably making a movie today is probably a lot easier. But aren't there laws? Aren't there, regulations and fines and fees? And it's just more expensive to make it legit to put it in theaters. Think about it. Back then, you had a camera, you had a crew. Hey, if you got the equipment, make a movie. And if you make a movie so successful like Ace Ventura, why not make a cartoon? And then you've got The Mask that comes out within the same time frame. What, 94, 95, The Mask? So Jim Carrey is just in the spotlight from 93 to 97, with Liar Liar coming out later on. But I think that's Jim Carrey's spotlight. Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, Ace Ventura. What a legend. Honestly, Jim Carrey, living legend. And I've said it before. We watched an episode of The Mask, the animated series, voiced by the great Rob Paulson. Shout out to him. But, just Jim Carrey as a cartoon character, I think speaks for itself. People, when you say cartoon, you think, human being, you're thinking of Jim Carrey, the man of what do they call him? The elastic face, the man of a million faces. I don't know. But the guy's a legend. The guy is an absolute artist, a testimony to filmmaking and cartoon making to some degree, because you see wacky characters. Like, you watch The Mask, the animated series, you're feeling it. You're feeling the wackiness, the craziness. You're watching Ace Ventura, the TV series, and you hear the voice actor. Who's it voiced by? Let's take a look here. Starring Jim Carrey. No, that's the movie. So if we go to voices, where do we got here? Let's see. Michael Dangerfield. Oh, okay, Michael Dangerfield. Pretty cool. That guy's done some Transformers, Inuyasha, Gintama, The Mask. He's also in The Mask. Interesting. Huh. Iron Man Armored Adventures. Pretty cool. Did a lot of film here, live action. See, anyways, the voice actor, I just gotta say it, sounds a lot like Jim Carrey, and I think that's pretty much what they were going for. They're using Jim Carrey's likeliness, right, for it. I'm just trying to see here if Jim Carrey's name falls at all within the cartoon, as far as maybe rights given, or because it is Jim Carrey's likeliness, right? But the character is owned by the studio, whoever made the movie. Some CBS made it, I'm guessing. One of their studios must have, or maybe they paid for the rights for it. Who knows? When you think about Beetlejuice, when they came out with the animated series, it's just, today, do you see that as much today? Just think about that. I mean, even Netflix does, I'm sure they do. I'm just not thinking of any right now, but I'm trying to think of a movie, and then they would have turned it into, they turn into a cartoon. But actually today, now what they do is they just take a movie and they turn it into a live action TV show. Like, you think about Rush Hour. Wouldn't Rush Hour be cool as a cartoon? 2 characters. You've got Jackie Chan. You've got Chris Tucker. Just the likeliness, the cartoonness of it. You make it animated style a little bit with Jackie Chan doing some wicked moves. But comedic, and you make Chris Tucker's face like hilarious when he's making jokes, when he's, his expressions, his mannerisms, and I would make it, rated R. I would add, certain aspects in there that would make it raunchy. I would put it on Adult Swim. Rush Hour, the cartoon. They know they're not going to make it, right? They're not. Well, I mean, you never know. Never say never, right? They could always, I think it's like a sports franchise. Like right now, whoever owns, Brett Ratner, is it? Owns Rush Hour. But at some point, they're going to sell it, right? It's much like a sports franchise. The movies are part of like their group. They're part of like a league. And the movies, like, I think of Star Wars, I think of Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, all these franchises that have been turned into movies, but they're gonna last a legacy. They're gonna last forever. And I feel like, Ace Ventura, didn't they come out with a third one? They could have, I think they did, but it's with a kid, right? They're just using the name. Same with The Mask. Remember when they came out with The Mask too? Son of Mask, was it? No, I don't know. I just had a weird flashback. Did they ever come out with the Mask movies? Let's just see, because I'm thinking, did they come out with another movie? No, there's only two. Okay, so 94, The Mask comes out. Son of Mask comes out in 2005. Peter Green. Oh, what an awesome actor. Peter Rygard, the detective. Amy Asbeck. Cameron Diaz. That's the first time I ever saw Cameron Diaz, The Mask, the movie. I'm definitely going to do a Toon Along for The Mask, the movie. I mean, that guy, living cartoon character, the way they did The Mask, the way they filmed it, the I don't see why they wouldn't bring back Jim Carrey for The Mask 2. Just call it The Mask Rebirth, but I don't know. Maybe it's just something that Jim Carrey just doesn't want to do, right? Who knows? Or maybe they're saving it. Oh, look at the way that character is drawn there. It's pretty cool. It kind of looks like a Ren and Stimpy human. Who made this? Oh, we discussed this, right? Hang on a sec. Oh, yeah. CBS. So CBS made this. Magic. I'm just trying to think, like, does this resemble The Mask? It does. No, actually not that much. I find just comparing The Mask, the animated series, to Ace Ventura, the animated series, I prefer the human beings, the designs, and the quality. Like Stanley Ipkiss in The Mask, I can't stand the way he's drawn. I think they could have done a better job. He's such an important character, and he just looks awkward. It doesn't flow. The Mask character is great. I mean, the way they flow him, the way they draw him, it's almost like they paid only attention, to the Mask himself, which is understandable, right? But in this show here, I feel like everybody's evenly distributed. Like Ace doesn't look like as good as I think he could look, but don't be too hard. Look at this. The show had 41 episodes. Just think about that. 41 episodes for a movie-based cartoon. Like, think of Mr. Bean, the animated show. I mean, another perfect example for somebody to go on TV, right? Straight to cartoon, I should say. I mean, he's made movies. He's made the jump from, actually, he's done the opposite. He's made the jump from TV, live acting, to movies, to cartoon. He is a character. He is one of the most iconic. I would say Mr. Bean will go down probably as like a Charlie Chaplin at some point in our history. People are going to say, oh, do you remember the Mr. Chaplin? Do you remember the Mr. Beans? And people say, yeah, we studied Mr. Bean. We studied Charlie Chaplin, I think it's fun to see all this stuff go on live, Like I said, just bring back The Mask, The Mask, the animated series, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the TV series. Bring those back. Don't be, don't be holding that back. Try to take it out. Try to make some more content on the characters. If not, make some new stuff. Jim Carrey, wouldn't it be fun to see another funny Jim Carrey movie? Like an actual Jim Carrey just going all out. Like what did we watch? We watched Sonic the Hedgehog a few months back, and totally enjoyed it. I absolutely enjoyed that movie. I went into it expecting to hate it. I think that's why. When I first saw it, and I didn't realize that they changed the animation. Actually, while I was watching the movie, I said, I think I'm going to hate the way Sonic's designed, because from what I remember seeing, his eyes were off or something, and then they fixed it. And I kind of watched it, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be judging too hard. It actually looks good. It looks like Sonic. And the movie went on, and it just played like a really good action movie. Nothing serious, just something fun to watch and enjoyable. And Jim Carrey was probably, I would say Jim Carrey is the best character, Eggman. And to know that they're coming out with a second one, or spoiler alert, to know that they're coming out with a second one, is well worth it. I definitely want to see it. I hope they're going to make it. But just Jim Carrey, come on, man. I hope you make another funny movie. I hope you make another breakthrough, all out, no shits given movie, and maybe make a new character, a new series, a new something. Look, The Mask was amazing. Ace Ventura, Liar Liar, Dumb and Dumber. Jeez, when he played the role in Batman as the Riddler. I mean, Jim Carrey is just hilarious. His mannerisms, and if you still have your body and you can move that fast, and it's almost like Jim Carrey's acting is almost like a martial art in itself. The way he's got to move and twist and do these things, can get injured. Not like not to the extent of Jackie Chan, obviously, and Jet Li. Speaking of Jet Li, have you guys seen Jet Li lately? I don't know what's going on. Like I saw a picture and he looked really old. Speaking of Jet Li, I don't know. Just if you have a chance today, just Google Jet Li picture and you'll see like he actually looks like a really old man. I honestly don't think it's photoshopped. Somebody was saying, I don't know if it's true. Somebody was saying that he might have some kind of condition or some kind of aging thing. I don't know. Or maybe he's just old. Maybe I'm just getting old and time sucks. But anyways, guys, look, we're watching Ace Ventura. It's Saturday night. I'm sure you guys woke up this morning, watched some cartoons, got that bowl of cereal with your favorite spoon, your favorite, bowl. You sat down, watched some cartoons, right? Am I right? Kick back, get that comforter, get that window open. It's summertime, right? So, I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to watch cartoons in the summer. I'm even going to say it. Like Saturday morning when I wake up and it's nice outside, I like to go outside, do a little walk. And I like to watch, now when I'm older, I like to watch my cartoons at night. There's just something more relaxing about it. I feel like I can unwind, fall asleep right after watching a good cartoon, and I dream better. I always love dreaming in cartoons. If you guys have never dreamt in cartoons, just watch a bunch of cartoons all day for like a week straight, 24/7. Keep watching cartoons and you can have amazing dreams. And they're fun. I mean, cartoons, the animation, watch different styles, see the different way it's done, they're made, the whole thing from A to Z. If you really like a show, I would say go online and find the top 5 to 10 episodes you can watch, or just watch the whole series if you like it. But there's just so much content down there, and I honestly do feel bad for the future generation that's coming out. Just because there are 2 reasons. Number one, they're not going to be getting it the same dose we got it, which is fine. It's normal, right? We're all different. But the thing is, I have a feeling like when the future generation is just going to have so much content to watch, and they're going to be pre-told like what certain things are and what to expect, obviously, right? Because there's just so much to dive in, and you want to kind of have a little pre-feel of what am I going to be watching for for the next 5 weeks or 5 straight days, nonstop. So I just feel like the future generation is going to binge watch so much. They're just going to enjoy things. Well, I should say they're just going to absorb things so quickly, so rapidly, so unemotionally. Because remember when we watched these shows, they came out every week, every weekend. You had to tune in the morning, get your bowl, go downstairs, be ready, plan ahead. You were psyched. Now today, you just watch an afternoon, and then the show is gone from your memory within like 2 years because you have to fill more space up in your mind, right? So that's why, I don't know. It's fun to keep watching a show, an episode every night. Just every night, just sit back, watch a cartoon. It's 30 minutes. Think of it like meditation. Think of it like a little downtime just before bed. Relax, watch the little cartoon, sit back, think about it. And I'm telling you, if you guys get any ideas, just dot them down on some paper. Just start drawing. Draw some faces. Draw some people. Draw some animals. Draw some fucking houses. Draw whatever you want. And make it wacky. Don't judge yourself. Just keep spinning that pencil around, that fucking pen, whatever you want to use, and then you're gonna turn up with stuff like this. I'm sure at some point. If you just keep practicing, if you just keep moving your hand around, and getting nice flows, and drawing from what the images you see, kind of like clouds. You're making your own clouds on paper. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. God damn. Anyways, guys, look, the episode's almost done. We got 3 minutes left. Spunky! Yo, Spunky is one of my favorite characters. Like, when you're watching the movie and you see the monkey on Jim Carrey's shoulder, and you're seeing the whole, you're seeing how comfortable he is and how one he is and how zen he is. I'm talking about When Nature Calls. Just the beginning of that movie. If you really want to get somebody interested in the movie, watch Ace Ventura, the second one, When Nature Calls. And then when he picks up, Ace, and he comes out of there, and you're in there, and you see how epic it is on a grand scale when he's climbing up the stairs, and he walks in, and everybody's meditating, and then you see him there. And then later with the slinky, and then when they're in the plane, and then he's, chewing on the bag of nuts. Just reminds me of the first movie when he's, in front of the Dolphins head executive or whatever. And she's like, "Do you need an ashtray?" And he's like, "No, I don't smoke. It's a disgusting habit." And he's putting the seeds all over the side of the desk. Anyways. But, yeah, guys, look, Saturday night. Hope you guys had a good week. Hope you guys were, had, a good amount of time to sit back, relax, and chill. And get ready for Sunday tomorrow. Or should I say we're already this Sunday. But I think I might do another Sunday episode tomorrow or tonight. And last week we did an episode of The Simpsons, which was a lot of fun. Fun to watch those shows. Fun to watch those good old classic Sunday nights. And like I said, look, right now, Saturday night, wanted to watch something. Felt like Ace Ventura. Could have watched anything. At this point, Saturday night, I feel like it's open to anything. Sometimes you ever come home from a party or an event, and your parents go to bed. You go in the basement. You flip on the TV. If you're in the U.S., you go to Cartoon Network, you go to Nickelodeon, you find the random show. You have no idea what's coming on because you don't have a phone. You're not checking. You didn't check the TV guide. It's fucking Saturday night. You're randomly watching. And then you find a show like this on. Or you find a show like Beast Wars. Or you find, little Daria or little whatever rocks your boat at Saturday or Sunday morning at 2 a.m. Whatever does it for you, watch it. Go for it. Relive those moments. Relive those memories. You came home from work tonight. You finished at 10 o'clock. Everybody's asleep. You're by yourself. You're going to eat your food. Why not just kick back a little cartoon, a little Ace Ventura, Season 3, Episode 7, Shell Shock. Just a little rundown on the episode, guys. So these rock stars had their turtles missing, and obviously Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, had to find them. And I later on I'm going to do an episode. Actually, you know what, guys? This is Season 3. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that. Well, I mean, I did say it was Season 3, but my point is Season 3 might be a little different than Season 1 and 2. Maybe I should have started with Season 1, but you know what? At this point, it doesn't really matter. And that's it. That's the end of the episode, guys. Now, if you go back to the Wikipedia page for a moment, just for a little second, if you go down here, it says Nelvana Limited. That's from 95 to 97, and that's a Canadian company, created back in 1971, according to this. And they made Season 1 and Season 2. Season 3 was made by Odyssey Entertainment, a different company. I'm just going to take a quick sneak peek. You can do the same if you have it with you. Go to Season 1. Just go to Season 1, Episode 3. It's a random one, right? And see how it looks or see how it feels. It does look a little bit different. I mean, not that much. Maybe just the animation style. Oh, cool. I just skipped forward Pet Food. It's called Pet Food. And the scientist. Remember the scientist from inside the rock concert when Ace is trying to get some information on tracking some dolphins or some pool equipment or something? You remember when he walks in and then he hears that there's a heavy metal band playing? Okay, well, that heavy metal band is Cannibal Corpse. And Cannibal Corpse, apparently, or accordingly, I'm sure it's true, is one of Jim Carrey's favorite bands back then. I'm sure is today still. And I remember he walks in and he's like, "Can you tell me where I can find the guy?" Or something like that, right? And he goes, "Alrighty then, thank you." And then but the guy just kept rocking his head back and forth. Funny for its time, honestly, funny for its time. I watched Ace Ventura lately. I think it's just so saturated for me. Like, listen, when I was in high school, I had a VCR in my room. I didn't have a DVD, but I had a VCR, and I remember going to a thrift store, picking up the VHS for the first one and the second one. Now, I'd already seen the movies, but I remember picking up for like $1.50. Brought it home. I watched these movies every single day, back to back, every single day, for probably half a year. No joke. And I got to the point where I had enough. And in fact, during my entire dose of Ace Ventura-ness, I remember going to a store, DVD store, and they had the movie on DVD, first one and the second one. And they also had 2 or 3 episodes from the animated series as a bonus. And it was like a collector pack. And I'll show it later on in a DVD reveal video or whatever, just my DVDs that I got. And anyways, and I just remember watching the movies, and they were edited. You remember the Ace Ventura movies? I remember having even the mask edited. There's one scene in the mask where the dog puts on the mask, and then he starts peeing on the bad guy's face, right? Well, I remember on the TV version they didn't show it, or the DVD version from the cereal box they didn't show it, and a few other scenes as well with the Tommy gun, with the instead of a balloon, he pulls out a condom. Well, in Ace Ventura as well, they did that. I do remember them censoring, a few scenes. There's a scene where he's in the dolphin tank, and then he comes out and he says something about, I'm the dolphin trainer. Or maybe that was an extra. I could be wrong on that one. But I do seem to remember there being some scenes that were removed from the movie version for the TV version, obviously. Same with Rush Hour. There are some scenes like that as well. But anyways, guys, so that's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. If you guys have any kind of, any kind of resemblance to this movie or anything that you guys remember from this movie, something that might have made you come back all these years later and say, hey, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective TV series, I remember the show. What's it all about? Let's check it out. And if you guys do enjoy the show, the cartoon style, be sure to check out the Mask, the animated series as well. But like I said, I think this one's Canadian. Now that I think about it, I think this would have played on Teletoon. Maybe as well on, let's see here. Does it say in Canada where it would have played? No, it doesn't say. But anyways, I'm sure Teletoon and YTV would have played it at some point to do that. So, but anyways, guys, that's it. Look, sorry guys, I got to check this out. Look, there's actually an Ace Ventura computer game, CD-ROM game, Ace Ventura. Wow, it actually looks pretty cool. I'm gonna look into this. We're gonna take a look at this, and I actually want to make a video on that. It came out in '96, October 31st, '96. The Ace Ventura video game. That would be so cool to see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I want to do a video on the Ace Ventura CD-ROM video game. I just want to see a little bit of gameplay and see what it looks like. Okay, I see what it is. It's like a detective style, like a point and click detective game. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, if you guys have a chance, go check it out. It's not what I thought it was. And it basically looks like the animated series. So I'm sure it's from the animated series. Come to think of it, they came out with the Mask, the animated series game for the SNES and the Sega Dreamcast, I believe, right? Did they ever come out with an Ace Ventura game? I don't think so. No, I think I would have seen it. But that's one game they should have. They should have had some kind of, even just a platformer. Just a basic, boring platformer. Look, you have four Ren and Stimpy games for the SNES. You can't have just one, Ace Ventura game. Anyways, I feel like that could be done. It probably has been done. I'm sure there's some guy in his basement who has a huge collection of Ace Ventura gear and paraphernalia from the show, the movies. Jim Carrey fan. Anyways, if you guys have that, I'd love to see that. It'd be so cool. But anyways, guys, look, I'm gonna cut it short. Take care, and we'll see you on the next episode. And hope everybody out there is doing good. And we'll see you soon. Ciao.
Thanks for listening. You can find the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all your favorite platforms. Check out YouTube for retro content. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and visit toonalong.com for more info. Support us on Patreon, and we'll catch you next time.
Toon Along, yeah, you know the name. Big ideas, fun and games. Hit that play, don't miss a beat. This is the podcast.